Hello everyone. This is my first YouTube video. My sister seems to do them a lot, so I'm intrigued to do one. But I think my agenda is a little different, perhaps, than hers. And if you would please, don't hate on my sister. I'm proud of her for putting herself out there, and I can only imagine what people say. Or Melinda just walks to the beat of her own drum. And you know what the thing is? People get on there, they say horrible things. We call those trolls. My sister's been through a lot. A lot. I mean, maybe I'm saying that because I'm her sister. She didn't ask me to say this. But what I'm saying is, it's easy to pass judgment on other people about not having their kids, about what you presume to be their lifestyle, or what you know to be their lifestyle, especially when we put ourselves on social media. I guess that kind of leaves this open door, and we're speaking about other people or trying to make ourselves look better. Maybe that's because we're trying to make ourselves feel better. Maybe enough of these videos, somebody might reach out to her and change her life. One of those people could be you. So I believe the sky's the limit on that. But I did want to touch base on this, actually. I made 3 videos. I didn't know that you couldn't record one and then download it or whatever. But she was speaking about bullies. And I have been wanting to get this off my chest for a very long time. I was bullied in high school by a girl named Celeste Scroggins. I joined the team when I was in 7th grade. I didn't even know that you couldn't stop and pick up the ball or anything about basketball at all. The girl was basically torturous to me from the very day I began. Everything from telling the assistant coach that I smoked to, guess what? I was 14 and I started my period for the first time. I didn't have a mom. She decided to wait till lunch, notice my panties on the floor, and then tell the entire team, "Oh, look, she doesn't even know how to clean herself. We'll call her Spot." Which, guess what? No one actually did. Sorry. Guess that didn't work out for you too well, did it? And I went outside crying, and I swear on my dead brother, the reason I went outside crying was not because she called me Spot. It was because I thought, oh my God, that's really the best she could have came up with. I guess people who play sports are dumb. Because my dad, had always been like that. Oh, jocks are dumb or blah, blah, blah. But I just wanted to play. And I was like, I guess, I was actually crying because I was offended that she didn't have a better comeback. And not to mention that she didn't just throw me a tampon or something. But no, she insisted on going around and calling me Spot for several days. I'm pretty sure she kept my panties, or did something with them. I didn't do anything with them. And yeah, I did say, I didn't even know I had started my period. She's like, those are your panties. So she may have went home and trophied them. I'm not sure, but it started with that. She actually had girls follow me up to the concession stand. She would make lies up and say, "Oh, while you guys were gone, Crystal said that y'all were going to get cut from the team," and blah, 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 blah. And girls came down and told me that she said this, and I would run back and be like, "What is your problem?" And a girl named Chelsea got in between us, and she's like, "Celeste, this ends now." I don't know what your problem was, Celeste, except for the fact, and I'm about to get snarky, baby. That you were about 4 foot tall, about 20 pounds overweight. Yeah, you were a good ball handler and you could make some threes, but you weren't in a WNBA material. Was there not room for me on the team? Had I done something wrong to you by starting my period? I think it was because maybe I sound like my sister. You were jealous. Now, most people are mean to people just because they're mean or they're hateful, okay? I don't believe that people are mean to me or hateful to me because they're jealous of me. You were jealous. Flat out, undeniably jealous. And I didn't learn that until much later in life. And, I followed that with me for a long time because I just didn't understand. And I had even come to you and tried to ask you, what the problem was. And you would just ignore me or laugh. And no one on the team thought it was funny, Celeste, at all. Not even a little bit. To the point where, I was being told to go to the coach about it. and I didn't want to cause discord with the team, and you went and told them that I was smoking, though I did not, and though I do not. But you made sure and tell them that. Anything you could to get me taken off that team, which it didn't work. Even though I walked in not knowing how to pick a ball up and put it back down, I still made the team. You were going to high school about 6 months after that, and it was the best 3 years of my life. I got Teammate of the Year, which Kelly Caldwell, I got voted, but Kelly Caldwell got the trophy because I had moved out of town. And when I came back from out of town, there you were, and I turned around and you slammed a basketball in my face as hard as you could for no reason. I mean, we weren't scrimmaging, we weren't doing anything, and you just had the biggest evil smile on your face. And that's when I decided that it was time for me to go. And I had 3 girls follow me and say, Crystal, don't. No, we saw her do that. No, she can leave. You're not leaving. You don't have to leave. And I said, no, this is about the team. And she can handle the ball better than I can. She is, they're like, but she's not a better teammate. I said, but I'm here for the team. I'm not here to break up the team. So I'm the outsider. I have to go. But that's what I had to hold on to, I thought, or that's what I wanted. But, when it came down to it, you were just an evil person to me. And it stuck with me through these years, that to the point where I've overthought it, tried to forgive you. I've even written you messages on the sly about, why did you act that way toward me? Because as anyone remembers in high school, Crystal Hilburn used to throw down, okay? In between getting all A's and being gifted and talented and all that good stuff, I started, hitting people because I didn't understand why people were mean. I just thought that's what you do. Finally, if they're mean to you enough, you just hit them. But I wouldn't hit you because I felt so bad for you. Because it was like, why would you hit someone that obviously is so out of control? Like, there can't be 2 white trash people on the team. It's like there can, like Highlander, there can be only one. And in gym you were the same way. I mean, just in fact, I'd made mention to several people about it. But I just want you to know that I do hold animosity toward you. That I should have addressed it sooner. I should have stayed on the team. And that everybody was talking about you behind your back about what you did. I've had teammates come to me and tell me that they knew what you were doing and that they were going to Coach Mobley or they were going to coach this and that. And I told them no. So you're welcome. I saved your basketball career or some of it because they wouldn't have tolerated a bully on the team. But that was my walk. Besides, I dropped out of high school and got a full paid academic scholarship to UCA. Go Sugar Bears. And I've done a lot of really great, extraordinary things in my life. I've done a lot of really screwed up things in my life. Confident enough to be missing 2 teeth and do this video because, I see how it's just time for this to be said. And I don't know if anybody will watch this. I'm sure it'll get watched. But I want you to apologize to me. I deserve an apology. You don't have to give it on... you don't have to give anything if you don't want. But you owe me an apology. A deep one. A sincere one. If you're a good person, like I've heard that you are, or that you could be or are, then I should have already received one because I've messaged you several times, and there's no way you don't remember what you did to me. There's no way. Okay? I'm Spot, girl. This is Spot you're looking at right here, okay? SPOTT, Spot. Yeah, the one without the mama who started her menstrual cycle. That girl, the one that would come to you and say, "Here, sweetheart, do you need a tampon?" Instead of waving your panties around like a weirdo at a vampire bar mitzvah. I was just like, I was so embarrassed for you. Oh my God. And I know that you're not okay, I'm sorry, you're not as smart as me. You're not. I mean, I'm not. This is not like a pissing contest. You're better at basketball. I got the brains. I was in Gibson and Talented. You're not. So, I don't know, maybe it took you a while to kind of, think that maybe I didn't belong there or whatever. But I'm not going to make excuses. I'm going to toot my own horn in the process. But I have messaged you and I have said things to you. And people like you are the reason that people are killing themselves, that people are not going after their dreams, that people are constantly living in fear. Although not me. I just busted out of my shell and just kept going. But had I been less fortified You could have really, really drugged someone down. And knowing my father was on the Channel 7 News, and knowing the kind of life that I was living at home, and that made you feel good, that makes me scared. Okay? Because so you're either a sociopath or you just had a really, really bad problem, and I'm willing to accept either one. But I'm going to put it right there. Celeste Scroggins, Whitehall School District. We play basketball together. And I've been wanting to do this for so very long. So very long. You know why? Because your name needs to be out there. Someone needs to know who and what you are. Because I promise you, you've probably got daughters that are teenagers now, or at least young adults, and I hope that you are teaching them not to be like you. And if they're not knowing that you were like that, they need to know you were like that. Because you know what? We pay for our raising, but we also pass our sins on to our children. And believe me, I'm reaping what I sow as well. So I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm just saying I'm vindicated in this. And after seeing what my sister went through and my inability to protect her, but the thing is, I can't protect people from evil. I can only fist fight my way out of something, or I can try to talk my way out of something, or pray my way out of something. But you, sweetheart, you were a bad person to your core. To your core. I wouldn't speak to the woman who killed my father the way that you spoke to me. Spiking me in the face with a ball when my back's turned, like I turn around and just get blindsided. Did that give you a little jolt inside of your tummy, make you feel all good? Explain to me. I'm not being snarky. I want to know. What is it that was going on? Did I do something to you? I would really love to hear that I did something to you. Because between the spot thing and everything else that happened, yeah, you were the only bully I had. You're the reason I started fighting girls, actually. Is because after that, I just was like, I'm not going to put up with it anymore. And I'm pretty sure you know how my streak went, by the way. I mean, if I was white trash then, I think maybe you thought I wasn't good enough to be on the team since I was, from the other side of the fence. Honey, so were you, okay? The other side of the fence, yeah. I mean, recognized game, sweetheart, okay? You were afraid that someone was going to come in and take your little spot. Not your spot on the team, but your spot is, you always did your voice like this, right there real high, so people pay attention to you. No, honey, I was doing theater performances. We were in gym together. We were in pre-team together for a little while. You were good at that too. You had stuff going on. You just had some kind of foul hatred for me, which I respect if you would have chopped my leg off or something, but you never apologized to me. And then you caught me at Garfield's, didn't tip me, and then made a comment about me hooking up with your cousin or something, to which I made a comment. I noticed you lost weight. By lost weight, I mean you gained about 40 pounds. Yeah. She's like, so what do you do? Are you married? You have kids? I was like, no, I go to college. Oh, you go to college? Yeah. Oh, okay. For what? For psychology, I guess. Oh, okay. So you're going to go to Sea Arc or something? Okay, well, that's good. Oh, I'm happy for you. No, sweetheart, you weren't happy for me. You were making fun of me. Okay? And I did get a full-paid academic scholarship, by the way, without a GED, from CARC, from bouncing, from doing that. And, your friend or your cousin, whoever you were trying to hook me up with, which I'm sure wasn't the case. You said it was like your buddy. He was a quite large gentleman, I'm sure very sweet. That was you making a jab at me. That was you trying to be like, oh, look, because that's how you think. That man was probably an amazing man. You weren't thinking about my best interest. You were thinking about how I'm going to feel if I see you try to hook me up with some big country boy. Honey, anybody would be exponentially better than someone being around you, okay? Period, point blank. And as you sat there stuffing yourself with 6 things of ribs, potato, and everything else, I'm thinking, well, at least she likes to eat. That's good. I'm glad she's into nutrition and, love connection and higher education and putting me down. And then, I said, well, have a good day, Celeste. And you didn't leave me a tip, which is good because if you gave it to me, I'm afraid I'd have to hold on to it forever. No, just kidding. I knew you weren't going to tip me. People like you don't tip because I don't need your money. I went on later on to make very, very good money, sweetheart, based on, integrity and hard work and good looks and all that stuff that you seem to be lacking in your mind. Because if not, why were you so mean to me? I wasn't mean to you. I wasn't gifted and talented. Were you jealous that I was smart? Were you jealous that I was... What were you jealous of? Were you mad at me over something? Now, I've written you a few times in the past, and you've not responded. But I'm going to put my foot down because my daughter is 11 years old. And if I find out my daughter not only approaches someone that way or is approached that way, there's going to be problems. Because my daughter's taught that being intelligent is a gift, being beautiful is a gift, being talented in any direction is a gift, all of that. My daughter's taught that all these things are important. And as well as the fact that when you said to me, do you ever take a bath? I said, or wear a belt? I said, yeah, I take showers. Well, I mean, I've never seen you wear a belt. I'm sorry, was I supposed to wear a belt? And you knew good and well I took showers, by the way, Miss Backney, okay? I look just fine. And I wore a belt for 14 years after that because of what you said, which actually probably was good because I really did enjoy the belts. But what I'm saying is, you only made those comments to me. And did you see the look on the other girls' faces when you would say that stuff? How they pitied you? When you would try to start fights between me and the one girl, Felicia, who, she said that you said this, and this, and that. Sweetheart, baby, you could try all you wanted. I wasn't getting cut from the team. And the girls like me, and I'm sorry that you didn't like it. But you know what I have learned? That's what made me a good person. That's why I didn't hit you or try to fight you. It's because I felt bad for you. It's because who would want to be me? Who would want to be jealous of my ass? Of my sad existence? Just wanting to belong somewhere, just wanting to be somebody. You know what I would do if somebody had bloody panties on the floor? I would discreetly go to them and say, sweetheart, can I get something to help you clean up? Good person, Celeste. That's what a good person does. Did you learn that? No, you didn't, sweetie. Remember when Chelsea came up between us and stopped you because you tried to get in my face? Yeah, honey, she wasn't doing that for my benefit. She was doing it for yours. Because you had pretty much everyone on that team. And in fact, during high school, I had 3 girls that were going to follow me to the coach and tell what happened. And I said, no, I didn't want to break up the team. But you know what? I digress. The fact is, this is what I want to do. Because I made a video that was so much better. This is Call Out Your Bully Day. And if I have bullied you or done something wrong to you, my name is Crystal Hilborn, and I want you to call me out. And I believe that I want to start maybe a trend of, doing 5 to 10 days of community service at the charity or nonprofit of the person's choice. Whoever you've done wrong against, let them set a small, and safe standard, and pay it forward in that way. So that not only are we coming to each other as adults and understanding each other, but that we can give servitude to the community as well, which I'm very adamant about doing, and can't wait to get back to Conway to get back involved with City of Hope. I felt very passionate about this tonight. I saw the way that my sister cried. I saw the way that, and I remember being in high school, and I remember that no matter how much I just laid low or just tried to, I always stood out. And, I had a tumultuous home life. My father got in some trouble on the news and things like that. And, I guess that to her was, that was something that, they could make fun of me about. You're going to make fun of me because my father's mentally unstable? You're going to make fun of me because you think that I don't deserve to be on the same team as you? No, sweetheart. What you don't understand is, why is it that somebody from that kind of background is able to do this in the first place? That's called resilience. That's called pushing through. That's called dropped out of high school and got a full paid academic scholarship to UCA and graduated in 2007. 3.85. Can you say the same? Did you do that? probably because you were too busy walking around grabbing people's panties and shoving them in their faces and making them cry. Which I only cried a couple times. But I thought one time, I was like, you know what? She sure is stocky. I was actually afraid if I hit you, that you were so stocky that you would just like bum rush me or something, you know? And I thought, well, she's so, you know, maybe she's mad because she is so like, is so stocky. You know, maybe she's like mad because like she thinks that I'm like, you know, because I had eating disorder, because I was sad all the time. You know, like maybe she thinks I'm, you know, like, you know, I'm a whippet stick or something. But boy, when you were sticking those girls after me and stuff, it was so cute. And when you had those people get on top and steal my candy bars, it was so cute. You were just so good. But I've written you many times, and you've never said anything to me. So I'm going to make this YouTube channel. And I challenge you, Celeste Scroggins from Whitehall, Arkansas, to either write me personally, write on comments. I'm really not sure how this works. Or I can't get on Facebook. So contact me somehow and make it right. Or explain yourself. I'm fully capable of either one. And so, yes, I was going to be a little snarky in this video. I'm not going to come in here and be like, Celeste, could you please apologize to me? I'm gonna get my jabs in too, homegirl. See, look, if I can go without two teeth and still be confident enough to put this before I go to the dentist Monday and let it be done, that's self-confidence, baby. I got it. Okay, so I'm not tripping on it. I just need you to know that you are responsible for what you do in this world and in this life. And people like you are the reason people sometimes kill themselves. People like you were, let me pardon myself, I'm sorry. People who behaved in the way that you behaved could have caused someone to hurt themselves, kill themselves, drop out of high school, so many things. You owe me an apology. And you owe it to yourself to make sure that your daughter and your children understand that that is not okay. Because they picked it up from somewhere. You picked it up from somewhere. If not, maybe you were just a bad seed or something. But you picked it up from somewhere. Nepotism, thinking you're better than someone else. I mean, I think I'm better than like pedophiles, you know, and stuff like that. But, well, you know, I know, and I thought I was better than you. But now I see that I'm, you know, I'm not better than you because I don't know you. I mean, I really hope you're doing volunteer work and you're doing good things in your life, and you know, I'm pretty sure you're going to come through and you're going to say you're sorry and this and that, and I really hope so, because Celeste Scroggins, you were the reason I dropped out of high school, pretty much, ultimately, because I thought, well, you know, I wanted to play basketball. That was my thing, you know. I always wanted to be a part of a team, but now I'm a part of the team of people that don't put up with bullshit. And it's a really fun team to be on, but it's kind of exclusive. I don't know. I mean, if you don't wear panty liners and you spot on your period, you might not be able to join. But and really, I'm just a real person, man. You know what I'm saying? I may not be much in life. I may not ever be anything. But I tell you one thing. I'm always a good person. Consistently, repeatedly, and always a good person. And Celeste, I want an apology from you, please. I want you to at least give me some insight on why you did what you did. You know, who hurt you? Who was doing something wrong to you? Why was I a threat? I'm not going to speak bad to you. I'm not going to call you out of your name. And if I had done something wrong, then you tell me. You know, I don't think I did. I'm pretty sure I was mostly intimidated by you. And if there's anyone out there who has had any transgressions or bullied, I know Kevin McKnight, I spit down by your feet one time. I was half flirting with you, but it was something stupid I did. If you see this, or if anyone sees this and knows Kevin McKnight, please tell him that Crystal Hilburn would like to do 10 hours of community service at the nonprofit or anywhere of his choice, as well as give him a full, wholehearted response, an apology, because that's crossed my mind almost once a month since high school. It really has. And I haven't really been able to find them. And so if anyone can find Kevin McKnight, I would really love to write him privately and just ask him how I can pay this forward. And so let's just start doing the pay it forward thing, guys. Let's get on here. Let's admit our wrongs. Let's admit what we did or what we said. We don't have to go into dirty detail. We don't have to lash out. I kind of did a little lashing out, but I mean, I kind of really wasn't prepared to do this either. But let's start with telling each other we're sorry, and then our punishment being going forward and moving forward with something that would make that person happy and make ourselves happy. Going forward and being part of the community and helping others. And I believe that's where it starts. I believe that's where it ends, is a lot of times this classification, the stratification of who's the poor kid or who's the drug dealer's daughter or who's this or who lives in the trailer park or who is the reason that children feel that we're in this hierarchical fashion of, almost like a caste system to where, we can just look down on each other. So it's okay if I say these things to you or do these things to you because you're here and I'm up here. That's not life. That's not reality. And that's why school shootings, suicides are at an all-time high, and have been for years. Because at some point, it's got to stop. It has to stop. And it can't just be, we learned our lesson once, this and that. We're talking about real things here, real people's lives, real consequences that happened. Not just to me, to others. I mean, maybe something happened to Celeste, and I don't know. Well, then tell me, Celeste. Someone tell me. I need to know because I want to better understand the human condition. And I'm an empath, so it's easy for me to read, but it's hard for me to read from a phone, and especially hard for me to read from 20 years ago. But I'm going to make this my mission. So if someone could please give me my first assignment, I would love to hear it. This is my first time on YouTube. I doubt anybody's going to watch this 26-minute video. But if you did, I appreciate it. And if you want to give me like a 2 or 3 hour challenge to go to the, we have the Lytle's elderly, the Senior Citizen Center up the road. I'll go do a couple hours there. And that's how we can do this as currency, Like, okay, so I'll tell you this or I'll do this, but you go do this and that. And let's see how many real lives we change. Let's see how many smiles we put on these faces. Let's see how many times that we can actually look at ourselves in the mirror and go, you know what? It's going to be okay. And my husband comes home in 2 weeks or close to a month, and he's been incarcerated for 2 years, and we're starting a nonprofit called A Better Way, with the help of some other people, and anyone who's interested in some volunteer work and some ideas about A Better Way, we're going to be hosting it in Conway, but spreading it, and it's not just about recidivism, but it's about building people from the ground up. It's about understanding that doctors and lawyers' daughters don't only have to become doctors and lawyers' daughters. I had the brains. I had the capabilities. I had everything. I chose to step down and become resentful of things that had happened in my past instead of moving forward. But there's still always time to move forward. There's always time to move forward. And I think I'm learning that today more since I'm YouTubing myself with no front tooth. I think I'm learning that more today than I think I've learned in a really long time. So, again, my name's Crystal Hilborn, signing off. And I'm up to any 2 to 3 hour challenge, even if it's just picking up trash off the side of the road. I got you. I videotape it. All right, see you soon. Bye.